Hello, Flosstube.
Greetings.
I'm not sure if that got that or not. I'm Laura.
I'm Joe.
Welcome to the Slovak Farm.
This is the farm where we go across stitch and laughs, apparently.
One stitch at a time. Oh, that's what happens when you crack jokes and I think we're done and he cracks another one.
I said Scooby-Doo. She said, "Where are you?" And I went, "Grafton," as she was pressing the play
As
button.
I was pressing the button, I didn't expect him to respond. My bad. So if it, random Grafton at the beginning, well, that's why.
I don't think anybody's going to care.
Oh, that's just us.
Mm-hmm.
Really. How is everybody today? Hopefully you had a good week. Our week was relatively uneventful. The exception of the dying Saturday night while it was supposed to be drying clothes.
Thankfully, we had a backup, but when we first moved in, electric dryer is what the house had. No, it has gas, but no gas line near the dryers. After several years, we finally got a gas line over there. Then, literally, I don't have any friends in the state. So, getting somebody to help me take it down there wasn't going to happen. And then the dryer died Saturday. So, I just figured a way of getting it into the basement and somehow without breaking the dryer or myself.
I would have helped.
Honestly, I got it down there, and the only help you would have been able to provide is get squished. Because there's no room on the bottom of that.
Oh, I'm glad I didn't get squished.
Yeah. And then I didn't have a part, so we had to go early to Mommy and Daddy's, in order to get, after this many years, in-laws is optional. But they let us use their washer and dryer, so I had clean underwear to go to bed in.
I need clean clothes too today. We both need clean clothes for today.
Yeah. So we got it all working.
I started the laundry on Saturday evening and then. So someone's got to do laundry tomorrow.
And then her vehicle decided to be rude.
My car randomly, my radio stopped working. So you can hit the button for satellite and it'll try to pick up satellite. I don't have satellite radio in my car.
But it does the infomercials.
I can plug my phone in with my aux cord and it'll do that. It just won't pick up the FM AM radio. Joe looked up and I think we found one that we can put into the car. It'd be a little bit fancier than this. I just gotta get the money for it.
Yeah, there are two things that are wrong. One's more likely than the other. Because the amplifier is not likely to die just because it's fused. And it actually sounds like the AM/FM tuner in your car is on the frets. I mean, it's weird because it will seek two channels and notice their stereo and do the information, but it can't process the audio
there's
information.
No sound coming out.
Yeah, so it's literally like it cannot decode the audio component. That's why I think the internal tuner and demodulator, yes, that's what it's called, a demodulator. All hail somebody who works with RF for a living.
I'm sorry, can I have that in English?
The thingy that makes the wavy forms into noisy thing.
I love the way you just explained it. I mean, okay, yes, you totally simplified it, but the wavy wavies turn into noise. That was good.
What can I say? I'm assuming most of the people out there, if I told them the frequency modulated sine carrier wave, they would probably sit there and ask what language that was because they didn't think it was English.
Are you speaking English? Yeah, exactly.
And yes, these are the type of things I do for work.
So yeah,
I don't work in radio, but I work in RF. We work in those frequencies.
Radio frequency. In case you don't know what RF is. Because, I'm not going to lie, it took me a while to figure out what you were saying, what you meant when you said RF, and all of a sudden it dawned on me, oh, radio frequency.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to admit I didn't know because I felt dumb.
Yeah. The two industries that we do a lot, the two major things we deal with is communications and semiconductors.
Well, there you go.
That's what our instruments are used for.
All right.
So, yeah. Also, luckily for her, this wouldn't be the first time I've replaced a radio.
Didn't you replace the radio on one of my other cars?
Yes.
I was gonna say. So I just
It was the Grand Prix, I believe.
That makes that.
Because it became red.
Yes.
And I didn't have a degree in electronics back then.
So I probably am just gonna take the money out of my inheritance money and do that, I guess. Keep trying not to spend it.
Can I
crazy stuff. Well, I guess that's not crazy. Anyways.
Oh, what's really funny is that's actually the cheapest option for the radio. That's why I actually chose it. Not because it's fancy. Would you like to know what an actual exact copy of your radio costs?
Wait, that's cheaper than the exact copy of my radio.
By 2.5 times. Because that's a no longer manufactured proprietary component made by the manufacturer.
Well, I guess that makes sense, but
yours is an aftermarket made to match.
The one he found is, and I can Bluetooth it in.
Mm-hmm.
Which I kind of like.
It's basically a tablet with an RF FM/AM receiver attached.
I just want to be able to Bluetooth it in so I can hit a button.
I don't know if the buttons on your steering wheel will work.
That'd be fine.
I was gonna say, because that's the trade-off. That's what you're sacrificing. That's why it's $250, because you get works or works exactly for your car. It might still work.
I'm not gonna lie. Half the time when I drive more than about 10-15 minutes, I plug in my phone and play YouTube on my phone.
That's probably the other reason you can Bluetooth it. That way you have a better radio than mine. You don't have to be jealous of mine anymore.
The only reason really I'm jealous of yours is because it's a lot easier. Like so the big thing I'm jealous about yours is when you call me, and I'm not entirely certain how it works on your car. When you call me and I've got it through my car, I have to have my phone like in my lap.
Oh,
relatively close to me because I have to actually answer the phone.
I have a button on my steering wheel, a button on the radio, a button on my car, and my microphone is the two microphones are attached to my rearview mirror.
Nice.
You know those two little bulges on my rearview mirror?
Man, see, this is what I'm.
Microphones.
Except I have heated seats in my car.
And a sunroof.
And a sunroof. You didn't really like the sunroof.
Yes, but you have to mention the sunroof because I got the sunroof because it came with the vehicle. She fell in love with it. And the only reason we stopped using the sunroof in my car is because I had to tape it up.
Yes.
If that happened to you, you would have cried.
I would have.
I hope nobody has to leave the church or those Crocs are dead. Sorry, ADD.
If you know me and you were friends with me, you know exactly what we're complaining about because I have complained about these people across the street. Look, I fully understand they could be a bajillion times worse. We lived where the neighbors were a lot worse. But
what's the point in having a fenced-in yard if you're just going to use the church's yard next to it to run your dogs around?
Exactly, and I give Father John over at the church a bajillion amount of credit because I would not be letting that happen. With the way those kids tear stuff up, I would not be letting them run around in the yard, letting the dogs run around in the yard anymore. But that's just me. All right.
He is living the preaching forgiveness.
He is, and man, I bless him because he is yes. Now, there have been some things where, they've kind of gotten in trouble over them, but whew, I give Father all the credit.
I think that's more the groundskeeper than Father. The groundskeeper goes, oh, okay, I thought that was...
No. There was a couple things There have been a couple things Father has not been happy about.
Like the scooters?
Well, so it's Father and Patrick. The scooters, they were leaving scooters and bicycles in the yard.
Oh no, they left it in the driveway.
In the yard, in the driveway. At one point, and I don't think the children that actually did this live over there anymore, because the gal that lives across the street from us had a boyfriend that was living with her. He got in trouble for some dumb stuff. She had a friend a friend or a relative, I don't know which, living with her that had her own kids, and now she's got another boyfriend living with her.
At least the only kid he came with is hers too.
And he was living with her for a while before they had their own kid.
Oh yeah, though I will say he is an idiot when it comes to things you mouth off to people you barely know.
Yeah.
You do not look at your neighbors and go, "This is my first kid and her fifth."
Yeah. And
do not mention the second part of that statement, dude.
And especially when I know for a fact that she has 3 baby daddies. Anyways.
Oh, I thought it was 5.
No, it's 3. As
Okay.
far as I know, it's 3. I know it's at least 3 because there's one with the guy she's with now. The dude that got arrested for robbing the Dollar General up the road. Yeah, that happened. They had a kid, and she had kids prior to that relationship. So I know we're at least 3. But anyways, wow, we just scrolled on that.
So, how did everybody enjoy their Grafton tea?
I have been complaining about these neighbors, and every time I complain about them, I do kind of have to say, we lived across the street from so much worse. I mean, at least these people don't shoot Roman candles off at my house.
They don't hit our house with bottle rockets.
I do wish they would contain their dogs a little better. A lot better. Like you have.
Though they actually have been doing better. And I actually, every time I've walked out, when I walked out and they were out there, he got in front of his dog and made sure whether or not Bandy was with me.
Well, good.
Plus, I think he's also actively trying to voice train them. Because I've seen him with the bulldog looking one.
Well, they've got two pit bull looking ones that are mixed. They're definitely mixed. I know there's another breed in there. And they've got this other one that's a mix too. That
German
they got
Shepherd.
as a puppy. It's got German Shepherd in it. It's got something else in it. And I want to know because this dog is flipping huge.
Okay, this dog is huge. Like literally, it looks like a puffball with a face.
But it's not whatever breed my card lady has because I thought Ammo and Mags. I thought Ammo. The lady that I take my card class has these 2 dogs. They look like German Shepherds, but they're super, super fluffy. They're not Belgian Malinois. Or Malin... whatever that one. Gesture.
You do me a huge favor.
What?
Is she a gun nut, or did she just name them after gun parts because they're cop-related dogs?
She teaches CCW classes.
Also, why don't we have her do the CC with us?
Because I forgot to ask.
Mantex, I do want... Okay, get that. We are 12 minutes on the squirrel train.
Almost 13. We are 13 minutes, and we've gone on the squirrel train. Okay, let's get back choo-choo on track. All right. Why don't we shout out our commenters?
Annie, or Ann.
Ann. Yeah.
Teresa, Bridget, Andrea.
And I know Ann is written really bad. Thank you all so much for commenting on our video. From last week. We appreciate the comments.
Oh, and by the way, there's only one reason why that was actually hard to read. That little speck of dust there made me think there might have been an eye there.
I wrote it terribly. I've had a busy day today. We'll get into that. Why don't because you got whip. You don't know where your whip is? Hang on. Hold, please. Resume.
You really should. Please tell me you didn't press the button then said that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, this is Carolyn Manning Designs Ruby.
This is part of her Shooting Star collection.
Yep. And
she's released some new ones, and I'm like, oh, I want them.
I filled in stuff. I'm trying to get these were just the diamonds. I did a lot of the fill-in stuff. This here, some of it here. Trying to get it filled in, trying to get it a little squared off and get it a little more complete, a little less, ADHD.
I need to remember to start taking a picture of your project before you start stitching.
Oh, and by the way, the ladies over at Stitching Saturday, we did mention we did that.
I don't know if we mentioned this. Saturday was EGA stitching day. We were over at the library stitching. Over at the library in Medina stitching. 2
funny stories. 1, somebody was like, that. A lot of people thought this was awesome. 2, one of the people actually commented about how they were so annoyed with confetti. They were actually thinking of stitching like Joe does and do monochromatic. And then I came up with my funniest line ever. I said, I can either do stupidly simple or monochromatic. I can't do both.
Well, this is true.
That pattern is nothing but diamonds and triangles. And I can do it I can do the color and just fill it in. It's an easy, repeatable shape, so it's easy for me to do. I love it. Or it's floss. So all I have to do is worry about location. I can't do both. I am not skilled enough to do both. Please comment below. Can you do both? Because Joe can't. Joe's tried. Joe's failed.
It's okay. You know what? You stitch how you enjoy. And that's what's important.
It was just very hard and expensive lessons sometimes.
Well, yeah. It's okay.
And I don't count decoration or backstitching in the monochromatic. Because like Claire.
Yeah.
That was monochromatic, and then we added the cool stuff to it afterwards.
You did good with that.
Because it was very one at a time. You did all of the black, and then you had all the reference points from the black, so it was easy.
And...
which was lovely.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the beating that made me want to die.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're familiar with Claire. If you've been with us long enough, you know. And that is not the project you should learn how to bead on.
You gotta start somewhere. Alright.
I started mountain climbing on flipping Everest. Okay, not Everest. It wasn't a Mill Hill kit. Mill Hill is the one that's all beads and nothing but beads, right?
Some of them are.
Whenever I think of beading, I think of the one Mill Hill ornament you did where you literally dropped all of the beads and were crying.
Because I dropped all the beads. I mean, that's why I was crying. I lost my beads.
Well, you didn't lose them. I found them all.
Look, I could come up with some way worse beading things. Alright. So, I did my Star Touched Meadow Sal. I worked on the January block. I don't know what last week's theme was for the weekly for Daily 30, by the way. I don't remember. So it is what it is. Was it Live Aid week? Or did I heard
it was one of the concerts.
I don't remember. But
I think it was Live Aid.
This was my yeah, this is on 16 count. This is Star Touched Meadow. Down in here. I did 301 stitches. This is like literally this little block, and the outside border is all I have left to do on this. I don't know if I came up with this last week before or after we filmed, but I'm going to... So I did January last week, so I'm doing February this week. So I'm going to throw in I'm going to throw it into a 3-week rotation for the time being, until like I finish one of the blocks, because I want to throw my stamped kit in as a full cut, because it's a Sal or a full coverage piece. I want to throw my stamped kit in there as of the full coverage option, because I have only the white background to do, and it's a lot. So I'm thinking 300 chunks every 3 weeks will help me. And then once I finish one of these blocks, it'll go down to every other week. 1 week will be the Star Touched Metal blocks. The other week will be the stamp kit until the stamped kit is done. I realize that it will slow me down on finishing the Star Touched Metal blocks, but... Yes, dear.
Want to laugh?
What, dear?
When you first said 300 blocks, I'm like, 300? Oh, 300 stitch count blocks. Okay. And I was just like, 300 blocks? Oh my god. That sounds like a really fun Lego kit.
I know what's in here.
You say 300 blocks and I think Lego kits.
Fair.
I don't want to grow up.
Okay, so
I thought I'd just share the ADD.
No, that's fair. So then I pulled out Winter Quaker by Rosewood Manor. I really don't know what last week's theme was, and I didn't write it down.
It was the aid thing.
Live Aid. Okay. So, because last week was the 40th anniversary of Live Aid. And yesterday was the 7th anniversary of Chester's passing. Lincoln Park. I'm a Lincoln Park fan. Alright. This is a project that started as a round robin, so it fit the prompt stitch on a project that has been traveled. So it has traveled. This is on 32 count. When I kitted this up for folks, I just threw in a bunch of, because I didn't buy the Valdanis, I just threw a bunch of blues and grays. The red was in there for the birds. Someone apparently decided they belonged in snowflake, the birds and the berries. Someone apparently decided they belonged in snowflakes. I don't know which person. I'm not gonna lie, I'm irritated by it. So I did 1,352 stitches on this project, and I realized as I was finishing it, I don't like this project.
Is this going to take Nativity's place?
No. Because it was pretty, once I start, I mean, it might. Once I started, doing the snowflakes is super, super easy. And the back stitch, while a bit of a pain.
Okay, put this down.
Yes, well, a bit of a pain is easy. So I did this berry, a lot of the back stitch here, this snowflake, and this. And I learned do not backstitch with the metallic flosses I have in there because they're the DMC metallics. They're really difficult to backstitch with. One strand you can't see it, two strands doesn't look right. But for the cross stitch, it was fine. I did some cross stitching with it on this snowflake block. It was fine to cross stitch with. I'm just not going to do any more backstitch in it. But between the fact that somebody put red in the snowflakes, why?
The red's easy fix though.
I mean, I know who it wasn't because of how the beads on this one are attached. I know the one person it wasn't.
Anyway, moving on.
I could frog it and change it, but
if you want, you can frog it and give it to your husband, and he can put his version of it.
But also, this was supposed to be a project that was going to get shared with all of my friends to put stitches on and put their little. I did not do that block. This is what was stitched on it by people that half of them I don't even talk to anymore. That's where I'm kind of at with this. If you're my friend and you promise to send me this back, we can discuss adding you to the round robin group, round robin train, and you can put some stitches on it. I would love that. But none of my friends seem interested in putting stitches on it at this point. Maybe I need to take it to EGA next month and be like, hey, so.
You know, at least one of those people would do that. Heck, at least one of them would frog all the red out for you.
This is probably true.
There's one lady in EGA at the EGA Stitchin' who literally told me something that scared me to my core. She does not mark her patterns at all.
Oh, Andrea does not mark her patterns at all. None of us understand how she does not get completely lost.
And what's really funny, and then she's complaining about things being too. Then she's like, I can't do even weave. Because I was talking about how anything I can only do A to even weave. She's like, I was like, you know what? I found out I can do binary up to 8th digit and know what the answer is. I can count up by the 2 times table that high because I work with binary stuff. But I can't count to 2 to save my life.
Counting cross stitches is a very strange hobby for a person that can't count. And I didn't realize I couldn't count until I started counting cross stitch.
And then you do even weave.
And I do even weave. And I do linen occasionally. Alright. So, Then the final prompt for, it was Live Aid week, was stitch on a Christmas whip. I don't remember what I used my pass on. Oh, connect it to be the US and the UK. So it was Live Aid week. My Christmas whip, I started Heart and Hands Tiny Town Nativity. I started this on Friday. We had a little Zoom gathering of friends in remembrance of our friend Laura King that passed away. I started this in memory of her. And yes, it's in a zip top bag. Oh, I don't care. I only did 425 stitches on this, but I got Joseph, a sheep, a cow that kind of looks like a goat, a palm tree. I don't know what this is. At first I thought it was a chicken, but I'm not so certain.
It's probably a chicken.
Joseph doesn't have the roof over his head because I didn't put the fabric in the hoop right to put the manger in. So I'm just going to go out this way.
One.
And stitch out that way.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be a chicken.
I don't really know. I think it might supposed to be a chicken.
Supposed to and are completely different things.
I mean, this thing is tiny town. This is teeny tiny. So, I mean, I got the buildings on this side to do, and that end's done. It's tiny. So it's going to be a quick stitch, but I also realized I don't have a whole lot of Christmas whips. I think this makes 2.
You finished them all!
I did. That was on a piece of fabric that I cannot replicate because I threw that together. And I just can't replicate it. And then on Saturday, I started Dragon Queen by the Blackberry Rabbit. And this was passed to me from my wonderful friend Glenna, who also is no longer with us. So I started this in her memory. Like, death can just stop this year. And then Malcolm Jamal Warner passed away this weekend. Theo Huxtable. But, I started this, and I worked on this for the last 3 of my monthlies. So this got 919 stitches on it. So the dragonfly's body is done. Most of this wing is done. This top wing is done. I have a little bit more to finish, and then finish up the wings. So this is kind of stitching quickly. So, yay! Woo! Yes, I agree. Okay, and then.
Don't forget.
Oh yeah, I did. This morning I went to the library in Medina and worked on and played with the embroidery machine. I don't know if I told you guys I did the training. They have a nice, lovely Baby Lock Pathfinder digital embroidery machine. I did the training on it. Today I went over there to work on 2 things that I'm going to teach my nieces how to sew a tote bag with. One of them is done. The other one gave me fits. So the K one is done. Yay! So we will tear away the excess and stabilizer, and then when the girls are up for a prolonged period of time, I will teach them how to sew. I have to go back and do the C1 for Carly.
Because I don't like you.
The machine does not like giant spools of thread.
Well, I thought that's what those are made for.
I do. So I need to find a way of putting it on something smaller. Now, you can buy spools, smaller spools, thread spools on Amazon. I'm going to see if this will go onto a bobbin first because I don't really have a way of winding thread onto a new thread spool. I don't think it'll work in the bobbin winders function on my machine. Yes, dear.
The pencil sharpener we have over by the back door.
You're gonna have to explain this to me if we get to that point.
But basically, put something in there, like put something in the end that you put that can hold the entire thing, and just spin it to use the spinning motion.
Or we could rig a drill. Okay, we're gonna come up with something.
I got one of those.
I think I'm gonna try the bobbin idea first. Because I think I'm gonna try the bobbin idea first.
I can do that very easily, actually. All I need is a bolt that fits to the bobbin.
Well, the bobbin is easy enough because I can stick the spool on the one part of my thread, on one part of my machine, wind it through, put thread and wind it on a bobbin. And a bobbin holds a decent amount of thread, so I'm pretty sure I can get enough on the bobbin to do
the thing.
But and then the machine, the needle broke, and so they have a small stash of machine embroidery threads over at the library, but they didn't have lavender. The car bars wanted it. So, and obviously as I empty thread spools with other threads, I can wind onto those, which is part of the other reason why I'm going to see if the bobbin idea will at least work for now, because then I can recycle empty thread spools as I empty them. But unfortunately, I have to trash this piece of fabric because it's wrecked up. It wasn't exactly how I wanted my day to go. I wanted to come home and show you nice and proud how I had both pieces done for the girls, so that way we could start learning how to sew next time they're up here for a week. I have time. They won't be up for a week until at least Christmas. I'm just very disappointed. Very disappointed. Oh, and then I also got my Annie's kit. I didn't get another one.
Are we doing haul now?
Oh, yeah, I didn't. Oh my god.
That we were still in.
We are still in whips.
We're done with whips?
I have a pile of cards sitting on my desk that I need to finish making so I can do something with my cutting machine. But I'm not going to show you this. Alright, so that's whips. Haul. Because you have haul too.
Yeah, this has a fun story. Back when, I don't know if you've been with us for a while, you know, I replaced a part on my car, and when I replaced the part, I forgot to attach, it was part of the oil system. So I bought one of those big 4-gallon things of oil, and they're like, it's like, okay, here's a little thingy on this, and if you go onto our website, eventually we'll give you a $25 gift card. Well, I filled it out, completely forgot about it. Got an email Saturday saying, hey, yeah, you can have that gift card, and oh yeah, you can have an Amazon gift card. So I went on Amazon.
And you got another
Gunpla. Now, there we go. Anybody here have any confusion as to why this is called Heavy Arms?
I mean, I think it's pretty obvious.
I mean, in all honesty, I'm going to have to recolor this thing red, white, and blue.
That's funny. That's
so,
funny.
But yeah, so I'm happy. This was not expensive, and with $25 gift card, it was really not expensive.
Yeah, you spent like $13.
Yeah, she was very happy to let me spend that. Thank you, baby.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Because I was finding Gunpla for $25.
Yes.
Your turn.
My turn. Okay, so I got a new piece of fabric for Carly's um, embroidery square. There was one lady over there that was learning how to use the sublimation machine, and I do have to say, she came in after I had gotten the fabric in, the hoop. That was a bit of a challenge. Remembering exactly how to operate the machine, because this was the first time I've actually used it and not just taken the training. She came in after I had done most of that and was getting ready to start, and she goes, "Wow, you're like really good at that." No, I'm not. This is the first time I've ever done it. She goes, "Well, would have never guessed that." I said, "Well, I'm glad because I was struggling a little bit trying to remember all the steps." So I got the new piece of fabric, and then everybody that was there that was doing their stuff, like looked at my little cake. They thought it was fabulous. It is cute. Little annoyed that the C didn't work, but
lessons learned, and they don't come cheap.
Yeah.
Nothing's cheap anymore.
So while I was at Hobby Lobby, I got a tube of tearaway embroidery floss for about what I paid for the little fat quarter on Amazon. It's not quite as big, but I don't need it super big. Like long, so that'll be great. I also need to figure out I need to get a pair of thread snips and figure out if I have a pair of scissors, like fabric type scissors, that I can stick in there. That would be helpful to take with me. So while I was over in Hobby Lobby also, I have thread snips. I actually think I have a pair of those. I know I have several pairs of those thread snips.
Well, this has been sitting here for years, so I figured I'd let you know.
That's fine. I got these little hexagon things, the little hexagon measures. 1 1/4, 1 1/2, 2 inch, blah 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 blah. And then they've got the little seam allowance. I keep seeing this thing on social media pop up. She makes a hexagon quilt as you go quilt with these things. Basically, you cut out, you use the solid one to cut out your top fabric, the hollow one to cut out your outside fabric, and then you and your batting. And then you fold it up to make your like binding on it, stitch it, and then you zigzag it together. We're gonna try that, I guess. I don't really know. Theoretically, from what I've been told, I can do that basically in like a block style quilt with squares or really any shape, as long as I give myself the proper seam allowances. I'll try it. I mean, at some point I am going to go over to the library in North Ridgeville and learn how to use their long arm quilting machine, but alright, so then I got my Annie's card kit for the month, just because, because I pulled this out. I got it to like here, out of the package from this direction. I went, it's bee themed. Didn't even look at the stamps or the front. I knew it was bee themed. Bees are everywhere lately.
Except outside. You're having problems.
Yes. And then
plant extra flowers for the bees, people.
I got the Craftaways Christmas book.
Well, you want more Christmas crap?
I love this book. I have yet to stitch anything out of the actual books, but I want to. I haven't even looked at this book yet.
Advice, if you start now, we'll have a 3-hour video.
And it came with a little freebie. I think this is absolutely adorable. Now, I did do something out of one of my other, I think it was 2 years ago's freebie. This freebie is Village Square. There's 12 little houses. There's a coffee house, a chocolate shop, a quilt shop, a church, a colonial home, a Georgian home, an antique store, a farmhouse, a toy shop, a cottage, a bake shop, and a ranch home. I want to stitch these. Farmhouse ornaments. I actually want to stitch these all together and make like a little village.
I was just going to say, couldn't you hang them all up on the same string and just hang them up as a band now?
Or that's an idea. Stitch them individually and make them...
You actually liked my idea?
I do.
I think that look really cool right there.
That's the farmhouse.
And hun, right there.
Yeah. That would look really awesome.
Oh, if anybody ever wants... I've had people go, is your stuff scripted? If we could script this, we would not be living in Ohio. We'd be living in California.
Yeah, that's the fact. That's some of the projects in the book. Oh. So somebody is going to ask me this, and I'm going to tell you right now. No, I do not know how and where you can order this from because I ordered Scenic Farm Dimensions kit from Hirschner's years ago, back when we were still in the other house, and it triggered them sending me the yearly calendar and then the book. And actually, the first year they sent me an offer for the book, like, do you want this? And I had to fill it out and get the book. But now I get it automatically, as long as I remember to pay my calendar on time. I have to pay for the book. This is, however, the poor envelope to send my payment in because it comes glued to the box the book comes in. And there's no, like, website. So I don't know. Okay, so that's haul. I don't know.
It's probably due to money.
I'm guessing.
So you can probably call this number and have them resend this to you. Let them know that it met a tragic end with a box cutter.
I wasn't even a box cutter. I was just trying to gently peel the envelope off of the front of the box, and the way they put the shipping information on it.
Okay.
God bless you. It ripped, so yeah. Well, yeah, I guess I could cover the... Yeah. I'll try the 800 number tomorrow and be like, my invoice kind of got tore up trying to get it off the box. Can you send me a new one?
Or if you have an online payment option, I will gladly pay it right now.
You know, or if they'll take my payment over the phone.
Yep. Anything else?
That's it for haul. That's plenty. Last week our video was like 20 minutes. This week it's 43 minutes.
Plus, we're not done yet.
We're not quite done yet. Well, okay, so we're at 42:55. Alright. So, what would we like the folks to do?
Have a lovely week. Please don't have any appliances break. Dear Lord, one's enough for the next 6 months. Please. You give me 2 major things I gotta fix. Thankfully, I'm handy. Thank God I am handy. Because I also have to fix my back steps. But anyway, please like, comment, subscribe, bell thingy, all the YouTube stuff. Make them like us. Please appease our AI overlords and masters.
Thank you all for spending some time with us this week. We hope you enjoyed yourself. We hope you were entertained. We hope you came away with some useful information. We hope you come back next week. And until next week, have a good one.
Bye!